Welcome to Lance Riggen's Money Mindset, the show where wealth is built with strategy, freedom is created with intention, and legacy starts with the decisions you make today. Hosted by Lance Riggen, this podcast dives into real conversations about investing, entrepreneurship, real estate, mindset, and building a life on your terms. If you're ready to think bigger, move smarter, and take control of your financial future, then you're in the right place. This is Lance Riggen's Money Mindset. Let's get into it. Tonight, we're going to talk about sourcing RV park leads and marketing yourself to get the deals to come to you, right? That's what we've been able to do. We've got a pipeline. We've underwritten over 200 parks in the last few months. And of course, without the help of AI, we wouldn't be able to do that. We're not going into underwriting tonight. We will do that soon. And in fact, maybe while I'm gone, I'm going to be gone next Thursday. I'm either going to cancel or my wife's going to step in. I don't know yet, but I'll let you know. And then also how to talk to brokers and agents so they take you seriously, especially if you're a bird dog, right? If you're out there sourcing leads for other buyers like myself, you've been getting a lot of pushback lately. So I want to kind of dig into some of this stuff. Monica's here. Hey, Monica. I got to meet Monica at Squat Up Summit, the real estate conference that we went to, just a month ago. That was really cool over near Denver, Colorado. A lot of fun. But guys, let's dig in, right? Sourcing RV park leads. I don't have any fun slides tonight. My wife, when she's on these Zooms, she wants to be more organized than I am. And so I like to kind of just shoot from the hip. But we're going to talk about, sourcing RV park leads. Let's start there. Who here? And I want this to be interactive. I like to interact with the audience. So let's kind of start with who here has been sourcing RV park leads and has had at least one lead that they've been able to look at. Give me a one in the chat. One in the chat, actually. One in the chat. Sorry, I'm raising my hand, but a one in the chat. And I think Mike's hand went up because his computer recognized his hand going up, right? Yeah. Yeah. All right, cool. At least one, cool. So a lot of you, right? And I'd love to see more faces in here. There's a lot of cameras on, but half of you are hiding behind your screen and don't even have it's like a black hole. Hey, Dustin. But yeah, I'd love to see more faces here. Thanks, guys. You know what? Before we get too far in, let's get a good photo. I'm going to get a good photo of this group, man, because it's such a beautiful group. You guys are all looking good tonight. Let's get a photo. Everybody let's put a peace sign up. We'll get a good photo with a peace sign up. Everybody, 1, 2, 3. All right. Gonna take the playbook from JJ, our buddy JJ, right, Kathleen? Okay, guys. So sourcing leads. I want to show you kind of how you can market yourself and source leads without having to do a ton of work. And it's going to be a lot of work, but you can market yourself really well on social media, on Facebook, Instagram. But marketing is really, really a big part of it. I source leads from different places, right? We'll go onto the websites, Crexy, LoopNet, RVParkstore.com. Those are the three biggest ones. But then we'll also go and market to wholesalers, bird dogs, and then also talking to brokers, right? So it's not very likely you're going to go on Crexy or LoopNet and find a deal. Okay. LoopNet, in fact, is where deals go to die, right? That's what people say about LoopNet. And there are deals there, but the gold mine in Crexy and LoopNet, sites like that, even RVParkstore.com, mobilehomeparkstore.com, the gold is in the brokers. Okay. You're going to talk to brokers. You're going to build relationships with brokers. The goal really probably not going to lock in a park. You might, right? You might. But the goal there is, when you're talking to the broker, and I'll tell you kind of how you should be approaching these guys. But when you're talking to the broker, at some point, if you see that there's no way to make a deal, the numbers usually don't work and they're kind of pretty high usually on their purchase price, and they're trying to sell based on a pro forma, which you're going to have to build out to get to that pro forma, right? So most of the time, the numbers aren't realistic. And if this deal doesn't work for you, what you want to tell the broker after you've looked at it, you've had a few points of contact, building rapport is really important. And I'll go into that here in a second. But you want to ask them, what other deals do they have? Who would be open, right? To the way I like to structure things. What other parks do you have that might be open to a creative finance structure? Okay. Because most of them aren't familiar with it. A lot of the guys in RV parks are. Well, who's that number? Be careful with that one, honey. We don't want some weirdo. I've had some weirdos hopping on these Zooms, man.
Yeah, give me a second.
We got some phone number that just popped in, and I'm like, ooh, I won't tell you what the last guy did. It was very inappropriate, though. It happened twice in the last couple of years. I had someone just hop on. That's why we do the registration. So hopefully you guys didn't have a hard time getting on. But so sourcing the parks, right? Getting into these groups, looking at parks, and there, like I said, there are deals in there, but the key to talking and working with brokers is really building rapport and building some kind of trust, with them. You don't ever want to approach, especially if you're trying to source leads for somebody else like myself. You don't ever want to go in there and say, "Hey, I'm bird dogging for so and so who buys RV parks." That's a big red flag right now, especially if you're in Pace's community like we are, in the Sub 2 community, or Owners Club or any of those communities that a lot of us are in, right? They're hip to it, right? There's been too many people going out there not really approaching it the right way. And they're not taking advice from me or Pace or any other people who are trying to train, bird dogs on how to approach people properly. So you're seeing signs and having brokers and agents saying, "Hey, are you in Pace's group? Well, hey, are you trying to bird dog, trying to find deals for someone else?" They're saying that, they're writing it in there. I've seen some deals where they're writing it at the bottom of the flyer, like, "Oh, if you're this, please don't approach us if you're trying to bird dog for somebody else." So the best way around that is going to be letting people know that you're doing acquisitions for a certain person, right? And if I were you, I would try and focus on one buyer. Like, don't try and find parks for four or five different buyers. You might say, "Well, why not? I have better odds finding a park that might fit." The problem is you're not going to learn enough about the one asset class, because there's all kinds of different RV parks. People are buying all kinds of different parks, right? You want to really dial in my opinion, maybe one, maybe two, but I would say one serious buyer who's buying parks. You could buy, if you're going to do it, I would say do it with or a few people maybe who are buying the same type of park. But the reason being is that if you're trying to find different parks for different people, you're going to be looking at a bunch of different stuff, right? You're going to be talking about different things, asking different questions. Primarily, we're going to be talking about a lot of the same stuff. Sorry, guys, the chat's going off. Good. Guys, I want you networking in the chat too. If you guys can connect and network in the chat, please do that. I encourage it. So anyway, so back to sourcing the leads, right? You might ask me, "Well, how do you find 200 and something parks to underwrite?" It's the way I market myself. Marketing yourself is huge, huge, huge. If I go into any one of the year's Facebook page right now or Instagram page, and and you commented on an RV park that I'm trying to sell, for example, right? I go to your Facebook page and I don't see anything about real estate, anything about investing, and very little like to look, right? Because people are going to go and check out your profile, period. Like, if you're marketing on Facebook or you're trying to get into these groups, right? People are going to check you out. You want to make sure your profile is up to speed. I'm not going to get too deep into that, but there's ways you can boost your algorithm. There's ways that you can just really simple. Go into your bio, right? Put in RV parks, put in real estate investor, a couple of serious, simple key things like that. And then your profile, make sure it's a simple, recognizable photo of just you. Don't have other people in it. Don't have your dog, your cat, right? A pretty photo from your, vacation. Your profile picture should be the picture of just you currently. right? Not with 3,000 layers of filters on it, ladies, okay? Not your high school prom photo, okay? Not with you and your spouse or your significant other. It just needs to be you, okay? On the background photo, you can put whatever you want. But if you're serious about this and you want to get deals done and you want to duplicate yourself and you want to clone yourself, right? You gotta have your photo up there so people know who you are. You know what I mean? It builds a little bit of credibility, and they go to your profile. They go, okay, this person's serious about what they're doing, right? So really, really important. There's a lot of cool ways and tricks you can boost your algorithm on Facebook. And I'll share a few of those now because they're gold nuggets. So hopefully some of you have a pen and you're taking notes. Obviously, Craig is driving, so please don't take notes, Craig. But the rest of you, right? Boosting your algorithm is fairly simple. We're not going to take any questions right now, Kathleen. We'll open up for questions in a minute. So basically, what you want to do is like simple profile picture, bio. Okay, really simple. One other really cool trick is if you want to convert friends to followers. Okay, who would want to do that? Who doesn't know how to add followers? You see my page, and I'm getting close to 9,000 followers. How do you do that? You just got to be cool and know enough people, the right people. No, it's not. It has nothing to do with how many followers you have, how many friends you have. There's just little button. If you go to your profile, there's these three little dots. You click it, and it opens up this list. One of the things on that list says turn on professional mode. Turn on professional mode. And that's all you do. You guys want me to share my Facebook page? Give me a one in the chat if you want me to share some tips on my Facebook page. Open it up. Put a one in the chat if you want me to go into this a little bit more about the branding. Because it really does have a lot to do with marketing yourself. Okay, cool. There's enough in there. I think, yeah. Okay. I'm just going to go real quick. Okay. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Let me just, let me see. Make sure I don't have anything open. No, hang on. Okay. Uh-huh. All right, guys. So I'm just going to bring up my Facebook page real quick. Can you guys see the Facebook page? Yeah, can you see it? Here's my profile. Yeah, everyone can see. Give me a thumbs up if you can see the Facebook page. Yeah, okay. Okay, so pretty simple. Here's my Facebook page. What do you notice right away? I mean, I got my family at a conference here, but first thing you notice is me right there, and I want to change that photo. But you see Lance Riggen, he's a real estate investor. He's in the sub two community, creative finance coach, RV parks and co-living, right? This is what I do. Okay, I've got links here. I've got my Instagram here. But you want to have enough information, and I know a lot of you are private. I would open your page to being public if you really are serious about cloning yourself and building out something like awesome here. But a few things here. So here is the. Let me see if I can find it. Where is that? Oh, sorry, my buddy here's. Okay, see these three little dots right here? This is it. These three little dots. You click that. Look at this right here. Mine is on, so it says turn off professional mode. That's how easy it is. You go click that, and it converts your friends list to followers automatically. Boom, right? Just like that. And the other cool thing about this is you have all these cool features now. You have this dashboard. So check this out. You can see what your algorithm. Here's an insight. I'm down 7% in the last 28 days. See that? Only 141,855 views, man. Come on, Lance. You're slacking. Look at this. The engagement, 11% down from 16,278 this last 28 days. Come on. Like this stuff fires me up though. This pisses me off and I want to go do better. So I'm very competitive. So I see this and I'm like, dude, you got to do better. But look at this. My followers are up. 83 followers, 14% up, right? Awesome. But it literally shows you graph charts. It'll show you what you're performing the best on, right? Your content here, your engagement. Okay. I like to do sometimes just throw out controversial stuff just because it's a good conversation starter. And people come in there and they start bickering. But hey, I like to post content that gets action, right? Sometimes it's just something like that. Most of the time it's real estate and family. Okay, so insights. So how cool is this, guys? Anybody here geek out on this stuff? Like Look at this stuff right here. It shows you, right? All these graphs and stuff. Okay. Shows you the demographics, right? Followers, non-followers. It'll show you female versus male. Okay. All this cool stuff. See all this? 12,000 views, 8,000, 7,000. So it shows you what content is getting the most action. Isn't that neat? Okay. So really quick, and then I'm just going to jump in and show you a couple of really simple tricks. Okay, so like posts. See, one thing you'll notice about my posting is I'm always gonna post a photo. Almost always posting photos, okay? Always photos, something like this. Look at that little young buck right there. Yeah, aged like a fine wine, right? My wife, I'm talking about, not me. But look at this, right? Okay, photos. Post a photo, guys. Look at this. I had to get freaking meta verified because I kept getting cloned, and people were. I actually had a lady send one of my clones $700. That's when I finally decided to get verified. I was like, "What the heck? Why would you ever do that?" But anyways, photos right here. It's really simple. So you go in when I make a post. I'm going to show you how to tag people too, real quick, without having to tag everybody on your page, like at this person, at that person, at. You don't have to do all that. Okay. This is something I've gotten really good at and dialed in the last few years. Right here, you make a post, see, you go public, or you can have your friends just see it. You can have your friends accept. Like if you don't want your father-in-law to see it, if you're selling the motorcycle he gave you, you can block him. Specific friends, right? Um, only me, right here. So it's pretty cool. So my daughter's like, Dad, can you please not post photos of my son anymore? You're getting a pretty big following, and I've had a couple of posts that I did that had one was like over 1 million views, and she was like, okay, some people are getting kind of aggressive in here. It was mostly non-followers, but. So I said, yeah, absolutely. So bam, I just click this, right? I just click friends. So all my friends on my friends list can see it. So it's that simple, guys. You can do it by case to case, but the other cool thing is here, your photo. Here's how you tag people, though. This is the easy way to tag people. Most people don't know this. You just go right here through your list. Boom, tag, 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 tag. And you can search, right? Pace Morby, Carly Grundeman. If you're posting in the Sub 2 community, you want to tag those big heavy hitters because some of their viewers will be drawn to your post. That's what's cool about that when you tag people. Okay. I don't ever ask people if I can tag them. I just do it. I've had one guy in the last almost 4 years say, hey, please don't tag me anymore. He's like, kind of doing some undercover police work or something like that. He's like, yeah, I can't be. I was like, oh, hey, no problem, dude. But anyways, these are all ways to boost your algorithm, get more eyeballs on your content. Okay. More eyeballs means more potential deal flow. Okay. Because here's the thing, right? My buddy JJ Zezian taught me this. I don't know, almost 4 years ago. If you're not visible, you're invisible. Why not use social media to your advantage? Clone yourself. Every post you make is a clone of yourself. Every video you make is a clone of yourself. I have people commenting on videos I've made weeks ago still. You know what I mean? So that's how you know people are looking at your profile. When you have someone comment or like a video you made 3 or 4 weeks ago, they're checking you out. Okay. And you want to have your stuff together. You can do also act. You can put these up, right? Anything above and beyond what most people do is just write out a few sentences, okay? And then then post it, right? Most people do that. So a photo in there boosts your algorithm. It's really important to do that. Break up your sentences, put a few emojis in there, right? And so now I want to kind of talk to you a little bit about going into other people's posts, and then we're going to move on. But there's all kinds of stuff you can do, right? You can do GIF images, right? You can check in. I like to check in when I'm out of town. Some of you might not want to do that if you're not home or no one's there watching your house. I wouldn't recommend doing that. But anyways, this makes sense, guys. So one of the other cool things that you can do when you're, it's not just my stuff, right? So I'll go into friends posts, right? And I'll comment like here's Peggy. I think Peggy's on the Zoom. So Peggy, I'm gonna go not just like her, I'm gonna go hit the care or the heart button. If you ever see me, like you see me around town, right in Facebook land, I'm always hitting the heart or care. There's a reason for that. Algorithm. Okay. It's not because I love every single post and care about every single person. Well, maybe not, maybe true, but But the reason I do that is because it boosts my algorithm. If you just hit the like button, you're doing what 90% of the people do. Facebook will reward you and put your post in front of more viewers if you do things that are above and beyond. Okay, making sense, guys. Also, when we come in here, I'm going to say, "Hey, Peggy, I want to support you because Peggy's in my community, right? Peggy is in my coaching program, so I want to support Peggy. Hey, that's a good one. Let's just start off with that, all right? We're gonna go, hey, there's a GIF image. Why, you might say, Lance, why would I post a GIF image, not just a thumbs up? Because if there was 50 or 60 people commenting in here, my comment's gonna stand out and people might go check out my profile. Makes sense. You want to stand out. That's it. It's that simple. Okay, now let's move on. I'm going to stop sharing now, but that's just really simple 101 Facebook stuff. Okay. It's really simple, but man, these tricks will make a big difference if you're trying to market and get more deals. Another way to source leads is wholesalers, guys, right? Wholesalers. I'm working on a lead right now. The RV park I'm under contract on in East Tennessee right now is from a wholesaler that I know. Do you think they're just going to send me the best deals overnight? No, hell no, they're not. They want to know I'm serious. They want to know I'm a serious buyer. They want to know that I can execute. Okay. You're not going to get the best deals, the best leads just because you say you can execute. They want to see that you're for real. Okay. So I've been building relationships with these guys over the last year and a half, 2 years. Just so happens they get Morby methods, right? Or stack methods if you're not in the community, under contract all the time. And I started saying, hey guys, any RV park, send my way. Here's my buy box. Here's my buy box. Here's my buy box. So if they send me stuff that doesn't fit my buy box, guess what I do? Do I tell them to piss off? Do I tell them, hey man, you're an idiot. Why the hell would you send me this? This isn't what I'm looking for. Do I ignore them? No, no. I simply correct them, right? And I go, hey, thank you, friend, for sending me this crappy deal. No, thank you for sending me this lead, but this isn't what I'm looking for. Here's my buy box again in case you lost it or you forgot what I wanted. Okay. Just a gentle nudge. I do that constantly all the time. And I keep my buy box on my clipboard or on my pictures on my phone. My clipboard, I have all my Zoom links and everything else right here. I can easily send stuff out. But I have a photo spot just for all my buy box and all my graphics and everything. So if you don't have a buy box dialed in, or if your buyer doesn't have a really dialed in buy box, you need to get it. Okay. If you're trying to buy RV parks and you do not know exactly what you want, you need to dial that in. And I'm not doing that training tonight. I've done that training several times. We'll probably do it again in the future. But you need to know exactly what you want. Don't be random. You don't just be like, oh, yeah, I'm looking for anything across the US, anything that makes sense. That's the reason why you want to be dialed in is you're going to get a lot of crap. Okay. So I market myself to wholesalers. I constantly am sharing my buy box with them and bird dogs, right? And there's a lot of you here that have my buy box that know exactly what I want. And so it's really, really important to know that. There you go, Jim and Elizabeth. All right. Look at that buy box. That's pretty cool. I haven't even seen your buy box yet.
So cute.
Let's open up Jim's buy box here. Let me actually let me share my screen and show your buy box to everybody real quick. Look how cool that is, guys. Can you see the buy box? Yeah, see? Like the caricature. This is a caricature. I'll just give you a quick idea how to prompt this. They have a real picture right here too. One of the problems with AI is look at when you get close. Look at their faces. Ah, that's the AI bot bug. I get stuff like that all the time. It'll misspell something here and there too. But but having the buy box is super important. This is very clean. It's easy to read. You know what their target markets are, their deal structure is, their criteria, their purchase price, preferred features, right? Here's the deal breakers. If it has these, I don't want it. They're quick to respond. That's really sharp. I like that. I might have to steal that from you. And here's their contact information. They even have this cool little QR code, right? I love it. Look, AI even shaves a few pounds off you. Look at Jim. That looks great. I love that. Okay, guys. All right. Sorry. I like to have fun. If you don't like to have fun, you're not in the right Zoom. Just so you know. How do I turn off? Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. Let me stop sharing again. Okay. Guys, man, look at this. 43 people in here. Come on. Man, you guys are hungry. I love it. I love that you're spending the night with us on this Zoom. Okay. So there's a lot of ways to market. Marketing yourself to wholesalers is a good way to get deals. If you want to pull the trigger quick, it's a good way to find deals pretty quickly. Uh, you know, just like anyone else, there's problems, right? Buyers are liars, sellers are worse. Wholesalers, they don't usually gather enough information, and they probably tell the seller that you're going to close in 30 days, right? They're not, it's not a good, not really good, but usually if you get, most 99% of the time, if you can get a deal under contract and just say, hey, look, it's going to take, 60 days, at least 60 days to get this deal closed, right? You can get extensions and things like that. But wholesalers is another great way to get leads. Let's see how to talk to brokers. Should we pivot? Did anyone have any questions before I go any further? Probably shift into how to talk to brokers and agents to kind of give you guys an idea on how to approach some of these people if you haven't done a lot of it yet. Anyone have any questions before we move on? Anybody? Let's see. Okay, look at Monica. Monica's got a buy box. Michelle's got a buy box. Love it. All right. No questions, anybody? No, no questions. Okay. So, again, marketing. So, well, actually, before we move on to how to talk to brokers and agents, let's talk about more about the Facebook stuff because really the duplicating yourself has done a lot for me. I have direct sellers reach out to me. It's funny, and that's how you know it's mom and pop. They reach out to you from their RV park Facebook page. I've had like 5 people do that, and they inbox me or comment on my post, and they're like, "Hey, I have a park. You want to buy my park?" And I'm like, "Okay, awesome. Is it your park?" They go, "Yeah, it's my park." So so they wouldn't do that if I wasn't marketing myself. Every week I'm posting in a lot of these RV park groups. I'm posting in, in the sub two community on my own page multiple times a week. In fact, so that is a good way to get in front of people, right? Even going in and talking to other brokers, other deals, even if they're not a great fit for you, get some practice in, get some reps in. It's good to just get on the phone, right? Get on the phone, get some reps. Talking to brokers and agents is an easy way to kind of break the ice, so to speak. Um, so I'm commenting and I'm commenting on other people's posts too, right? You want to encourage your friends. You want to go in there and talk to, like, so for example, if someone's got a park that, hey, oh, I got this perfect park, and you're like, oh, that's my buy box, and you see 20 or 30 people have already commented, you're like, forget it, right? They already sold it. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. 99% of those people aren't even going to send them a message. They're literally, I've seen people trying to sell parks and they're like, hey, they got all this detailed information. Please reach out to Randy at this number or Sue at this number, or email us here for more information. And everybody in the comment section is leaving their emails. Hey, send me all the information. Send me they don't follow the instructions at all. Okay. I actually do that sometimes too, but I'm going to go and DM them immediately, and then I'll reach out to them and text them at least. But it's crazy to me how many people just give up, right, or walk away. Just because there's a ton of comments doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't. It just means that there's a lot of tire kickers out there. At the end of the day, most people don't have the guts to do what we're doing, right? I might offend some of you by that, but it's just the truth. A lot of people are going to talk about doing what we're doing, and they're just not going to do it. Okay. You got to have grit. You got to build, in my opinion, you don't jump straight into RV parks from nothing. I think that's a mistake. I think you should have some previous real estate experience under your belt, wholesaling, fix and flipping, at least a handful of single family homes that you've done, right? Deals on, right? Personally, because otherwise it's just a lot. It's a huge asset class. It's a big jump up, and there's a lot of moving parts. Okay. So, anyways, let's see how to talk to brokers and agents. How many people here? Okay, I already asked that question. How many people here have not reached out and actually talked to a broker and agent? Put a 2 in the chat if you have not reached out and talked to a broker or an agent yet. Anybody here have not yet? No, you liar, my wife. Lies. You sit on a throne of lies. Okay. All right. Anyone catch that reference? Where are my movie buffs in here? Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. So approaching brokers and agents. And it's going to be a little bit different for a bird dog, but here's the thing, right? You do not want to word vomit. Okay. Word vomit on a broker or an agent. Don't do that. Don't go into, oh, would you be open to selling it subject to? Don't say, oh, would you be open to give me terms or creative finance deal on this? Right? That's the big no. We don't do that. Okay. What do we want to do? We want to build rapport. It's always number one. Any call you get on should be your number one goal is build some rapport. What's a good way to do that, you might ask, right? You got your notepads? Okay. Get on social media, check them out, go look them up, go look up their LinkedIn profile, find something about them that you can relate to, right? Simple as that. I do that all the time. I do it all the time, almost before every call. I do it. Sometimes I might forget or if I'm jumping from one call to another, but I'm always going to build some rapport early on. Oh, hey, John, I see that you love camping or you'd love going to the lake in the fall with your kids or something like that. They might go, what? But or hey, you got a dog. I love dogs too, man. What? Tell me, how long have you had your dog? Just something simple. You want it to be real though. Don't be superficial about it. Be genuine, right? People can see right through that. So build some rapport and then just start asking them about the property. How long's it been on the market? Why are they selling it? Right? Why are the owners selling this park? It seems like such a great property. Before you just dig in straight, you want to build some rapport. So you're just gonna basically try and tee it up, right? If you're bird dogging, you're just gonna tee it up for us. But after you build rapport and you ask for information, great. I'm either interested or not. What do you have? Can you send me some information on it? Do you have any financials that I can look at? And they're gonna say yes or no. They might say, hey, do you have proof of funds? Right? Who's had that happen? One in the chat. Give me one in the chat if you've had that happen, or Craig, you can raise your hand. That's fine. One in the chat if you've had give me a proof of funds before I show you anything. I'm gonna guard this deal. To me, it's crazy. Yeah, a lot of people, right? It's kind of crazy to me that they kind of guard those the stuff like that. I mean, they should have a basic packet that they can send out without any pertinent information on there. We do that. But right, they want to see proof of funds. So, oh, now I'm screwed, right? I can't get proof of funds. Oh, of course you can get proof of funds. I can call 5 people and get $1 million proof of funds right now if I wanted to. It's not that hard to do. Okay. Some people might be a little more, pertinent about certain things. They want you to sign a non-compete, right? An NDA. They want you to sign a JV agreement, not brokers and agents, but some of these wholesalers will want you to sign a JV agreement. I've had bird dogs actually ask me that, and I go, "Excuse me? You want me to sign a JV agreement, guarantee you a certain number when I have no idea what this thing's going to produce? I can't do that. I won't do that. I'll say, hey, look, I'm open to giving you something, and I respect the hustle, but I can get proof of funds. It's not a big deal. So that don't let that stop you. I don't like it when they ask me that though. It's kind of it's kind of a deterrent for me. It's hard to take people serious. If you really want to sell this deal and you're asking everybody for a proof of funds, I mean, you know what I mean? So anyway, you can get proof of funds, not a huge deal, but then you just want to ask them about the park. Ask them about the park. Okay. What has been done lately? How old is the park? How old is the infrastructure? You want to ask them questions they probably can't answer because the goal is to get on another call, another text message, an email. The best way to build trust with people is to have multiple points of contact, right? If you've done any sales training at all, or if you've owned businesses, it takes several points of contact typically to get a sale, right? Traditionally, or to build trust with somebody. Um, so I want to have several points of contact before I really get into the deal structure. That's me, and that's what you guys should be doing too. What, how is the septic system? Is it public water, public utilities? Is it a well? Um, does it need any CapEx expenses? Okay, that's a big one. Does it need? How's the maintenance record? Have they been maintaining this park, right? I like to know that. How long have they owned the park? Okay. But the ultimate goal is to find the pain point. Why would they give me creative terms on this park? Like my wife was laughing because I think we're submitting an LOI with Jim right now, Jim and Elizabeth, and the park's only been on the market for like 8 days. You know what I mean? I mean, hey, you never know how hungry somebody is, though, right? Typically, they're not going to go for a creative deal, but I don't know. You just never know what their circumstances are. They could have inherited the property. They could have been going through a divorce. They could just be really tired and say, hey, you know what? Let's get out of here, right? If a good broker is on the case, uh, they're going to help move the deal along if they think you're serious. Okay. So building rapport with that broker, they could be your best friend or the devil's advocate. You know, I mean, they'll block you left and right. I had a guy in Oregon that was just, man, I won't even go down that road too far, but man, he pissed me off. Like he was not cooperating at all. Park on the market for 4 years. And this guy didn't want to make a deal happen. 4 years. This guy had the park. His brokerage had it. I was like, what? Like, how do you still have a job, dude? But anyway, he kind of twisted and mixed things up. And then he got all pissed off at us because our, he didn't read our LOI. He didn't read our offer. Okay. He made up some stuff. Anyway, that stuff will happen. So you want to work with brokers who want to work with you. If they're like, absolutely not, no, not, no creative, no, 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 don't even, just next. Okay. Next. Right. I don't want to work with people who are jerks. I don't know about you, but if it's a hard no, cool. Bye. Right. Next. Okay. If they're like, well, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? Like, well, they'd be open to some creative, some seller finance, cool, great. Let's have that conversation. So don't ever get into that conversation, in my opinion, on the first call. Don't ever pitch, an offer. Yeah, you really can't anyways. You need the numbers. But once you've built rapport and you've gotten some information on the park, you ask them about the bathhouse, how everything's been maintained. Do they have management on site, right? Do they have a maintenance guy? Do they have any equipment, right? These are some key things that you want to ask for. And then you're going to move on. Well, okay, it sounds great. I'd love to see some financials on this. Could you get me the T12 or T24? Okay. I like to see 24 months, right? If you guys, anyone new in here, it's just a trailing 24 months. I feel like everybody's somewhat versed here. It's the last 24 months of financials. Okay. I also want to see a profit and loss statement. How much profit and how much loss? What's going in? What's coming out? What's the profit look like? And a lot of these times you're gonna get a profit and loss statement that looks like this. So here you go. We had, our insurance, our taxes, and you got to sift through that stuff. Right? Mom and pop shops, they don't keep real good records, guys. You know what I mean? So you kind of you gotta get in there and dig. You got to dig and you got to sift through all that stuff. Okay. You're not going to get the best records from most of these guys, just not. And that's okay. That means there's a deal to be had. That means they haven't managed it well. That means that they just started a business, thought it'd be cool. Maybe they were going to hand it off to their kids. Their kids said, I don't want to do this. I've had several of those calls with park owners who, the one we're in right now, their kids moved away. They wanted to hand it over. And they're like, the kids were like, yeah, we're not interested, and that was their dream, right? To hand this thing over for legacy for their family. You just never know. You just never know. Timing is everything. You can ask, and I've heard this, and you've heard this a million times. The fortune is in the follow-up. Okay. The fortune is in the follow-up. Keep in contact. If it's not a hard no, stick with them. But you might ask Lance, well, when do you submit an LOI? When do you finally submit an offer on it? Well, after you've got the numbers, after you've analyzed the deal and you've got underwriting on it, you can make a move, right? Or but usually what happens when you're underwriting, you're gonna reach out and have some emails and text messages. Hey, whoa, I don't see this, I don't see that, because you're gonna be missing a lot of stuff, right? Honey, have we ever had a broker send us everything we needed to underwrite a park? Is it rare?
Not on the first or second call.
Not on the first or second call. Thank you, honey. Yes, that's right. My wife deals with the underwriting, and usually after I come in for the kill. Okay, I'm the negotiator, the closer. She's great at acquisitions. Okay, I would highly encourage you, if you have a team or if you have a partner, make sure you know your roles, guys. This is really, really important. Otherwise, you're going to be, stepping on each other's toes. This is something I teach my students, and I teach people all the time. Like, hey, rocket fuel, right? Who's read rocket fuel? You got to know your strengths. You got to know your avatar. Are you a visionary? Are you an integrator? Right? What are you good at? Okay. My wife and I have two lanes that we stay in. Okay. Every now and then, someone swerves in. Maybe they had a couple too many drinks that night. They swerve over into the other person's lane, and things get a little ugly. No, they don't really, but we just kind of give them a gentle nudge. Hey, 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 babe, you're in my lane. You're in my lane. Like, you don't negotiate deals. What are you doing? I've caught her a couple times trying to close deals. I'm like, I'll walk in. What the hell are you doing? Why did you get me on this call?
And
But
I've caught you answering questions.
honey, we're talking about you right now, not me. No. Yeah, she's right. I have. Yeah, she's caught. Yeah. Oh, no, I just did it today. I did it today. I had a local realtor call me. They reached out to our title company. They follow me on Facebook. They don't actually follow me, but they creep follow me, right? They see me. They see my posting. They know I work with Terry Title. And so they're like, hey, I reached out to Terry Title to get your information. I got a sub 2 deal I'm working on, and I don't know about this. And power of attorney. He was asking about power of attorney. I was like, oh, that sounds like mortgage fraud. Oh, you can't do that. I go, hold on. Wait a minute. I need to get my wife on the call here, man, because I really don't know what I'm talking about. She handles all the back office paperwork. And I should have known that, right? It's been a little while. I bring it in. She said, oh, yeah, absolutely. I was like, oh, my God, I can't believe I did that. I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. He's like, hey, it's okay. But yeah, that's just a good example, right? Staying in your lane. So, anyways, know your strengths, know what you're good at. Um, let's see. Yeah, I think we've covered a lot of it. I want to open up for questions right now. Kathleen, you had your hand up earlier. Did you have a question?
No, just a comment to add this about your Facebook page. Basically,
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
I had I this year I had a realtor reach out to me to wholesale her property, which I thought was kind of funny because she's the realtor and can't sell it herself, and that she's coming to me. It ended up we didn't do it because, I went to another friend that's really experienced, and he
Mhm.
said, Kathleen, if I buy this, because he was interested in it, if he said, if I buy this,
Mm.
I only make $1. So I just
Okay.
said, and she wouldn't go down in price. So,
Well, there you
what do you
go.
want?
Yeah.
But that's why I say that because I'm just kind of reinforcing and helping you to reinforce the point that, your Facebook page does help you in
Yeah.
knowing who you are.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Kathleen. You know what? The other thing is, you are your brand, right? You need to learn how to brand yourself. You need to learn how to tell them a little bit about you, right? Build your story brand. That's really important. So yeah, yeah, people watch you. People watch you. My father-in-law is always watching. He knows everything that's going on. It's so funny because he doesn't like comment ever. He's just creeping right in the background watching.
My mom does
A
the
lot of
same.
people do that. So whatever you put on your Facebook page, people are watching you guys. Okay. Jim, what's up, buddy? Come on up.
How do you track all of the potential properties? Like I've sent, I don't know, maybe 100 requests for information from Crexy, and
Mhm.
I get maybe a 10% return. Like, are you like just do you put them on pester mode or you just move on? And how do
Yeah.
you keep track personally?
That's a great question. I mean, I'm not going to chase. I don't like chasing, to be honest with you. Um, we have some stuff. Honey, how do you keep track? We have an email dedicated to it. That's one way we can just go through and see the last couple of weeks really easy. But the CRM, yeah, exactly. The CRM is the best way to do that and to put automatic reminders in there every 2, 3, 4 weeks to follow up with certain people. And have you done that yet with the?
Yeah, I want to clarify real
Yes,
quick.
clarify, please.
Like you're finding a deal and you're sending it through the website, like, hey, I want more info on this, and they don't get back to you. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like 10% of the things I've requested on Crexy actually send me the information back. And
Yeah.
so far, Marcus and Millichamp haven't sent me anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just talked with the guy in Dallas from M&M. I would definitely say, get on a call directly with the agent. Their
Yep.
numbers are over there. Get me on a call with them.
Mm-hmm.
Making that connection kind of makes you stick in their mind more.
Yeah. I always do that.
The same issues, so I just beeline straight to it, call them, build the rapport.
Yeah, email and a follow-up call. I used to tell my office staff when I owned my construction company, I go, hey, did we get emails? Are we, in the slow months, especially, hey, let's go reach out to our customers from the previous year, last couple of years, see if they need a vanity, a fireplace mantle, whatever, right? And so I'd have them go send out this emails. And then I go, well, hey, has anyone come back yet and said no? They go, well, I go, well, how many of them have you called? And they go, oh, you want us to call them? I go, yeah, yes, start calling, right? Start calling them. But I always like to call too. So just so you know, especially if there's a couple of deals that you really like, a phone call goes a long ways, or even a text message. Hey, I sent you an email. Can we hop on a call today? Because I like to text first personally, but I will just randomly call, especially if I'm getting irritated if someone hasn't sent me information. But I'm pretty patient these days. Yeah, is that Elizabeth typing this stuff in, or is that you, Jim?
Multitasking.
He's so good. Look at him putting his notes in here. That's awesome. You're welcome. That's you. Awesome. Anyone else have any questions, guys, about what we've talked about so far? Brokers and agents, hey, it's a great way to cut your teeth. You might say, Lance, why aren't you talking about direct to seller? Why are we doing direct to seller? We can do direct to seller. We don't really have a lot of time to do direct to seller, so we have a few people who are doing that for us. How did I find those people? Facebook, marketing, cloning myself, right? You'd be surprised. People will start recommending people to you. Hey, Lance, I got someone I want you to meet. You go and look at my Facebook profile. You guys, a lot of you have been following me. It's going to be family, RV park, RV, family, family, RV park, Zoom, family, park, 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 real estate, family. Like you're going to see it just all the time throughout the week. So consistency is really key here. You're not going to really accomplish your goals and you know, crush out that legacy that you're trying to build if you're not consistent. Got to be consistent, guys. Every single day. If you're calling brokers and you're trying to do this on your own, or if you're moving, like you got to get on the phones every day. Every day. It doesn't matter if you're perfect. We're taking imperfect action. You get better and better and better. I still get nervous when I get on calls all the time. Every time I get on a call with a broker, not wholesalers so much, but brokers, agents, lenders, before the call, I get this little pit in my stomach. I'm like, hey, we've been here before. We're good. But you just kind of push through the discomfort, push through that uncomfortable feeling, right? That's how I know I'm growing and doing things right. I'm uncomfortable every single day, all the time, always uncomfortable. If you're always comfortable and you're just smooth sailing, you're not growing, man. You're not growing. I read it almost every day. I work out 5 days a week. We journal. We do things every day. We do these. We build these habits, right? AI calling, yeah, that's not something I can talk too much about. James, you know anything about? No, I'm not doing the AI calling yet. I know that's something that probably some of you Owners Club guys are doing. The AI calling is a thing for sure. I feel like it's more suited for wholesaling stuff like that, but I don't know, right, about AI calling. I know AI is integrated into a lot of things. I know you can use AI a lot with this, helping you underwrite, helping you say the right things, ask the right questions. You can absolutely do that. But you need to prompt it and you need to watch it because it'll lie to you. It'll give you bad information sometimes. Like it literally will misspell stuff on my flyer and I'm like, "What the hell? What's going on here?" Chat, what are we doing? No. But yeah, AI calling is definitely something that's I think is a lot of people are starting to explore. You can also have a VA still do that for you just to call leads. But for me right now, we're not really going in to talk direct to sellers, but I do because people will bring me those deals. I just talked to a team a couple of days ago who are just basically getting deals. They're not even getting them on a contract. They're just doing a JV agreement with the seller saying, hey, I'll help you find off market, right? Not on the market. They're saying, hey, Mr. Seller, let me help you sell your park. And they're charging me a 2% commission on the sale. Would you like to work with somebody and pay 2% commission? Hell yeah, right? Over 3 to 6? Yeah, okay, 3 to 6%. Some of these guys, wholesalers, they're gonna, get you. But 2% to me, these guys are like doing a lot of work. They've got everything prepared, documents and everything. It's a lot, but I'm open to it, right? If it makes sense, I'm open to it. So, anyways, the way to find off-market parks, it's something we probably will do at some point soon, but why? Right? I have all these leads coming in. It's just more time and energy. It's a whole nother avenue, resource that I have to focus in on. You can go look up, you can go drive by, but you can look up parks and then find out how long they've been. The owner's been there. You can look up. It's kind of public record, isn't it? Unless they have an LLC. Most of it's public record. Most of these parks aren't LLCs though, right? They're in their personal names. Okay. They're not, they're not really great business owners. They just thought it would be cool. They love camping like a lot of us. Hey, I love camping so much. Let me buy an RV park or build one. It's a lifestyle for a lot of these people. They've lived it. They're in it. They're micromanaging it. They're stuck in it. Okay. Those tired landlords, people are ready to retire and they don't know how to get out. You know what I mean? That's where we can come in and alleviate that pain. So finding the pain is important. Really, really important, just like anything else. Anyone else have any questions? Anyone else besides Kathleen? Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay. All right, guys, hold on. Kathleen, what's up, Kathleen? Go ahead.
So it was more of a comment. They
Yeah.
Pace is now just invested $2.5 million. I just went to this meeting this week, $2.5 million in AI for the whole sub-2 community. He says he's going to give it away. Anyways, he started a beta thing, and there's classes that have just barely started. It's only been one. So if you guys, I'm not saying you should or should.
Yeah.
There's the AI class you can go to. I have mixed feelings about AI, but I think that it is here to stay, and we might as well learn at least something about it. So, yeah.
I'm going to start calling it AI robot. AI robot. Anyone get that reference? iRobot. Okay. I know. I digress. Anyway. So yeah, no, thanks, Kathleen. Yeah, and AI is the future, right? We use it all the time. I don't want to go down the road. I don't like it. I don't trust it. I'm just gonna say that. Okay. But if you don't use it, you're gonna be left in the dust, Pace said a couple of years ago, even he knew it. He saw it coming. Remember when Pace, anyone here remember Pace talking about AI a couple of years ago? What did he say? He said, if you don't get on the AI bandwagon, you might as well go live in an Amish community. It's exactly what he said. That's because you're going to get left in the dust. Hey, Amish community's not sounding so bad right about now, to be honest. Simple life. No, anyway, but AI is out there, guys. Also, I wanted to let you know I'm down to 3, right? I've talked to a handful of you already. Three. Before we wrap this up, if anyone else have any questions, great. We'll take those questions, but I am running an 8-week program, right, for coaching. If you are looking, and I have like 8 calls in the next couple of days. Some of you are on here right now who I'm getting on calls with. I've got 3 spots left, okay, in our RV Park Blueprint coaching platform, guys. It's really tight knit. I'm only looking for 8 people. We're doing dialed in trainings, getting on calls, helping you submit LOIs, showing you how to talk to sellers. Really, really tight knit. You're getting the free stuff here, the easy stuff. But we're getting on calls. We're getting your buy boxes dialed in and giving you basically a roadmap on how to be successful at buying RV parks, guys. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and hop on my calendar. If there's any openings left, like I said, I think I have 8 meetings in the next 2 days. It might be closed up by Saturday. That's my goal. Closed down by Saturday. Only looking for 3 more people, 8 people total, maybe 9, right? If I'm feeling good, but really, really tight group. Honey, can you put my link in there? Do you have it?
I'll get it.
Okay, thanks. If anyone's interested to get on a call with me, let me know and we can chat about that. All right. Does anyone else? You can also reach me on Messenger. Say, hey, Lance, I didn't get the link. I don't know how to take the link off the computer, but I want to get on a call with you. Just reach out to me on Messenger too. Anyways, guys. Okay. Anyone else? Any other questions? I think we're dropping off here. Or those are the note takers, huh? Guys, we made it to 8 p.m. Let's see. So next week I'm going to be in Toronto, doing some sales trainings and some coaching training. Honey, she might jump on if you want to. What would we talk about? Underwriting or no?
It would be underwriting.
Underwriting. If you guys want to get on an underwriting Zoom, she has a cool tool. Did you want to do that or no? You want to make you want to go ahead and do it?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. If you want to learn how to underwrite from a rock star underwriter, let me know. Or come back. Well, don't let me know. I'll be gone. But just come back here. You have the registration link. You'll get the reminder automatically next week. But she's got some cool software that we're more than happy to share. And she'll show you how to do the underwriting. Yes, Nicholas. Yes. Okay, cool. Yes, please. All right. So only 2. Now we need at least 5 more to say yes. Give me one in the chat if you want underwriting Zoom next Thursday while Lance is in Toronto, Canada. One in the chat if you want underwriting Zoom, guys. Yeah. Oh, hey, oh, man, come on, look at that. Okay. All right, babe. I'm so proud of you, honey. She loves being on camera. She's so pretty, though. She's going to get all dolled up for you guys. I know it. She's so cute. I love you, hon. She is actually the backbone of this business, just so you know. I always give her the credit, right? Because she's the brains. She makes it all happen. I can't do any of it without her. I'm just the pretty face. That's what she says. I'm just the pretty face. She's the brains. She's way hotter than me, but she makes the magic happen. She's the back office. So, guys, have your partner. If you don't have one, Lisa, go ahead. Come on up here, Lisa. Oh yeah, Lisa's the one that connected me with the 2%ers. Yes.
Yes, and it's all due to your Facebook and all of the things, right?
Thank you.
I met
Yeah.
you years ago on a Zoom that Pace had you on about a few years ago.
Yes.
And I never forgot your story, yours and Jesse's story,
Oh, thank you.
and her beautiful red hair. And so, yeah, from there, it just trickled in. You some people you don't forget. I wanted to ask, did Jesse have a chance to send out last week's replay?
Good
Because I didn't see it in my
question. We're
email.
having technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on with that.
Oh, okay.
To a handful. I copy and pasted everything from the Zoom. I need to start having our CRM people do that.
Yeah.
I know that a handful of people had messaged Lance and said, hey, I didn't get it. So he has sent me that info. I'm going to be in the office after this Zoom for probably another hour and a half. So I'll send that to everybody. I can send one. If anybody puts their name in the chat that didn't get it, I'll go through the Zoom link, get your email, and then make sure that I send it to you tonight.
Yeah, well, honey, you got to use our VA, use our automations team.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
no rush tonight, Jesse. We appreciate it. I just wanted to
The
make sure
last
I
one.
didn't miss it because it was a great
Yeah.
one. So
Yeah, the last one was packed full of information. We had
it really
slides and
was. So I
tons
just
of
wanted to
info. Yeah.
make sure we all got
Yes,
it.
thank
That's all.
you.
Whenever
Yeah,
you have
and-
time,
and I
thank you
ha-
so much.
Appreciate that.
Yes, thank you so much, Lisa. I had a bunch of people in the WhatsApp chat from Squad Up, still asking for it. I was like, what? How did we not get that out? Honey, I thought you got it. And I go, well, you're supposed to use, we have Shad Nahumi, some of you might know, super cool dude. We're using his REI reply. I don't know. Anyway, his automation system, and he's really cool. He's got a team of VAs, I'm sure it's going to be all AI soon, but we still have VAs helping. So I told my wife the best thing to do would be to get him to do this for us so we can get it out to everyone who's registered in the last month. Because I don't know why some people got it, some didn't. So if you could let us know that you did get it, Lisa, I'd appreciate that.
I will,
Everybody else,
absolutely.
all right. Michelle
Thanks.
is buying RV parks too, guys. Bird dog. She needs bird dogs. Okay. Who wants the bird dog for Michelle? What kind of parks are you buying, Michelle, before we leave?
Uh, transient parks, looking west of Texas.
Nice.
Yeah, let's go 50 pads plus,
Yeah.
value add.
Love it.
And yeah. So we're looking we'd like to be in contract by July 15th. That's our first
Nice.
goal, and another one before the end of the year. So yeah.
What's your range for purchase price?
So we want to for both the parks, we want to stay under 10 million.
Oh, you want
So
two parks? Okay, cool. Let's see real
two
quick
parks.
before we leave. Whoever's else, we'll just hang out for another minute. Let's see. Let's just see this. Let's check out your buy box real quick.
Thank you, Lance.
There it is. Oh, here we go. Look at that.
Yep.
Okay, purpose-driven buy box. RV Angels. Love it. Yes. That's so cool.
That's our team.
Oh yeah, Kimberly. That's right. Is Kimberly on here? I think I'm talking to you guys Monday, right?
Yes, I think I think so.
Call.
I think we have
Yeah,
Kim
just to
set up
kind of
a meeting. Yeah.
answer some questions. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kimberly's been messaging me on WhatsApp. Cool. Look at that.
Uh-huh.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, and the more
Yeah.
dialed in you get, the better, right? I love it.
Yes.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Learning every day.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. And
Cool.
appreciate all that you're giving to the community, Lance. It's helping
Yeah,
so
you
much.
bet. Thank you so much. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. I love giving back and I appreciate the gratitude and everyone showing up, man. 40 people. I was doing a podcast. I couldn't get more than 15, 20 people on it. I had done Zooms for weeks. What it is, well, obviously bring value, but you got to do something that is dialed in. I think we would just go, hey, people do these office hours and it's just random anything and everything. And I'm like, I want to know what I'm sacrificing an hour and a half of my time. I want to know exactly what I'm getting. So the more we got dialed in on specific topics, this thing started growing. We had, I think, a few weeks ago, we had like 60 some odd people on the Zoom. So loving it. Love to see you guys. Invite your friends if they're bird dogs or wholesaling or want to do RV parks. Invite them to this Zoom, guys. I'd love to do something special for anybody who helps me get more people to this Zoom. I'll do a special Zoom for you, like a 1 hour Zoom for you, just one-on-one. If you can get blow this up. If this thing reaches, let's see, this ring reaches 60 for my wife's Zoom, we'll do a special 1 hour Zoom. I don't know on what yet. We'll figure it out. But anyways, I don't know how I'm going to track that, but invite your friends. All right, guys, have a good night. We'll talk to you soon.